Edward Gaming versus Snake, and it is going to be Ray and Chinchiao once again.
And Pawn banned his own as He's like, I don't want it anymore.
This guy, what are you going to do with him? What can you possibly do against Pawn? We'll definitely have to see, because you in the previous game, he did well during the laning phase, but the moment Pawn got back on his A game, it was a disaster. There's the Echo banned away from EDG. They don't want to take any chances with it.
Yeah, no, they definitely don't. You know, Pawn's played it, I think, once, and in the jungle, Clearlove's also picked it up for a game, so very strong right now. Echo hasn't seen the nerfs come through yet, so just get him off the board.
Yeah, so we do have 15 seconds before EDG go for that last ban. These are similar so far. Looks like Callista is still available. Oh no, she was actually the first ban away for Snake. That's going to be Rise to follow it up. Take that away from Flandre. Don't let him get onto that. So far, 2 target bans onto Flandre.
Yeah, so the Rise being taken away on the blue side of the Rift. That's definitely an interesting ban. Don't want Flandre to have his hands on that. And we'll see whether he goes back towards an assassin like the Fizz. See if he can carry himself.
Oh my goodness.
But the Riven is the ban they take. I like this because Flandre needs to be able to get farmed. They want the 1v1 lane in that regard. And, you know, Ray on Riven definitely looked like Flandre didn't want to go near him.
Yeah, you can see him on your screen right now smiling as he was talking with Aaron like, oh man, my first game and they banned away my champion. Just the respect coming out of Snake for Ray in the top lane. They didn't even lane against him.
Yeah, no, they certainly didn't. They dodged him all game. Mako taking a look at his Alistar now. They have locked it in for him. That's one of his most played supports since MSI coming back through there. Was able to take it away from Wolf in that particular series and do a lot of work with it, and we'll see whether he's able to be the initiator his team needs.
Yeah, so we'll see how Snake decide to switch it up in this game. Beast, once again, looking at that rec side, didn't have too excellent a performance in the previous game, but might be thinking he can go with something a little different this time around. And we talked in the previous champion select, Snake had to pivot halfway through, and that really put them on their back foot. This time around, they've probably got a much more clear battle plan.
Yeah, it's certainly, and you know, it started with taking the Riven away, and now they've gone 2 generic picks. Rek'Sai great at counter-engage as well as engage. Thresh is just brilliant in all situations, but once again, a blind pick Draven comes through.
That is confident.
Chinchiao is very confident, dude.
Yeah.
Did you see what he did last game?
Look at Crystal. Ooh, he's fuming. I can see the smoke coming out from under his headset right now, and it looks like that's going to be a Jace looked at, as you already locking in that Victor, knows he's going to have to take it into Pawn, and Crystal going for something safe, looking at Tristana right now.
Yeah, maybe fighting fire with fire. You know, Tristana has a really good level 2 game and able to get in Draven's face, try and mix it up, and this is a champion that Crystal played a lot, but it isn't. It's going to be swapped over for Corki at the last minute. Once again, another champion that trades incredibly well with Draven, especially once you get that Sheen in the build. Yeah,
we'll see if EDG or Snake decide to commit to the 2v2 this time, as it was Snake who opted into the lane swap, and it was fairly even for the first couple of minutes, but we'll have to see if that is the case right now. 2 assassins being looked at for EDG to trade it over into Snake. You just saw Pawn on your screen.
This is great. Confirmed by what they're flicking through for Ray, he only plays solo Q crushes. That will be a full AD Jarvan if he goes for it, or a Yasuo in the top lane. You can tell by the look of this guy, he's just a brutal assassin, and Pawn grabs his Fizz.
Yeah, there's the Fizz picked up for Pawn. Jarvan secured for Ray. Oh my goodness, the solo queue coming out of EDG, and Snake weren't prepared for it last time. This time they see it, they get the opportunity to counterpick. This is for Flandre. 2 target bans, and he's going to go for something a little safer.
Yeah, so maybe just try and out-tank the job, and we'll have to see whether that is going to be the Infinity Edge. Like, all right, so people normally go like Hydra into Yomu's Ghostblade Infinity Edge, and then something. So Last Whisper Infinity Edge, sorry. Something around a lot of armor penetration, a lot of base damage, just dive in, dunk the AD carry, hit him with your spear once. But this is a champion Flandre. Hasn't played for a while, but was incredibly good at the Aurelia coming through.
Yeah, we're just going full solo queue in this game, as it's Aurelia locked in for Flandre, and those are our final team comps.
Yeah, and you have to say Pawn on his Fizz. That's a definite comfort pick there. We've already seen the Chinchiao on his Draven. Also comfort, and you know, across the line, 2 strong jumblers coming through for Clearlove and Beast respectively. This game is going to be all fireworks, because Snake do not like to go down 2-0, and EDG, with a couple of subs, I would feel if they're able to get a 2-0 this week, that everything would be worthwhile.
We'll have to see as we're running through the roster right now. There's Ray. His ribbon was banned away in game number 1. He's on J4 in the top against Flandres Aurelia. Next up, it's Clear Love and Beast rocking a similar champion set.
Yeah, so Gragas and Rek'Sai coming through there. A little bit more pick potential on Gragas for the global ultimate. Pawn versus you here is going to be Fizz versus the Victor. Victor should be able to do okay in the laning phase, but if he ever gets caught out, that's a dead man.
We'll see as Xinxiao once again back on that Draven. Crystal taking Quirky to deal with it this time around, and Mako going for the Alistar as Ella back on his signature Thresh.
So we'll have to see exactly how this game works out. Will we get another fantastic Draven performance? What can Pawn do on a comfort pick and Fizz this time around? I'm really excited for this one.
This looks to be a fun set, but we're loading into the Rift for game number 2 right now. And we have loaded onto the Rift. It's Edward Gaming versus Snake. This is game number 2, and after a 20-minute stop in game number 1, Snake are coming back with something a little bit more conventional.
Yeah, they certainly are. You know, they've got 2 Trinity Force users, a very clear mid-game power spike. No 1-3-1 split push this time around, just some all-out aggression going to be happening. And, you know, Snake, if anyone, will be ready to fight fire with fire.
Yeah, we'll see if that is the case. And yes, that is Ray on that AD Jarvan. You talked a little bit about it before. Looks like we might actually get to see how he lanes against an opponent this time around, as so far, and I'm saying this prematurely, doesn't look like we're going to see a lane swap. But as I say it, there are the recalls from EDG.
Yeah, so EDG backing away, maybe wanting to go with their double jungle once again. They're happy with how they traded objectives in game number 1. And they've got some good vision, so if anyone crosses a river, they will know.
Yeah, I had to speak too soon. EDG do decide to opt into the lane swap. You can see Xinxiao and Mako heading their way all the way to the top, and Ray going for that double jungle once again. So we'll see.
I like lane swapping with Draven, because it means that you can stack up some adoration and then you go for the 4v1 turret dive if they ever show with their top laner, and it gives him that early boost, the leg up that the hyper carries do like. And Draven, he's more of a mid-game hyper carry, but he does need, like, he's good without items, but when he gets items, he's just an absolute terror in the mid-game.
Yeah, well, we'll see if he's able to replicate his success from game number 1. 5-0. I think he was 7-1 by the time that match had ended, and Pawn waiting for that extra potion, makes it to lane in time, doesn't miss a single creep, as this time it's going to be you who's going to be looking for a little bit more harass on that slightly more safe Victor.
Yeah, he's lane bully right now, you, so he'll be able to shove Pawn around a little bit, at least until Pawn has his ultimate. Pawn will look to get going with some calculated roams, you'll have to think.
Oh, there's the trade going right back. You dropping a shield onto him as Pawn takes some of that trade. Double jungle happening between the two. Mako actually going for a few deep wards. He spots out that the red buff was taken and the Raptor camp as well. We'll see if he can find you in the mid lane as he's waiting for a flank, but I believe you can already smell this out.
Yeah, definitely can. He was pinging top side of the map, wants to make sure that he's staying safe on the back end, just farming up with the laser. Some good harass coming through.
Yeah, Pawn going to be able to heal that right back up with the sustain style build. And it looks like we've got a freeze being set up by both of the AD carries. Maybe we're getting a bit of a push out of Crystal and the Xinxiao who's going for the freeze, but looks to be a much more slower pace game.
Missed that cannon crate.
Oh.
So when you go a bottle mid laner like this, the way Pawn has, you kind of use your health as a resource. You just want to get farm at this point in the game. Continue to chug through flasks non-stops. If you can avoid using your potions and do this, what Pawn's just done, go back and top up your flask and grab a ring and then come back into lane. It's really good because it means now he has serious kill threat when it gets to the level 6 part of the lane. So we'll have to see how he makes that work. But if you're a Fizz and you're using your flask at all points of the game but securing CS, that's definitely your win. You just don't want to go in that kill range.
We'll see if he's able to get that kill onto you as he is on the Assassin Fizz this time around. Snake are going to be the first ones to take the Dragon as it looks like we're getting a completely reverse switch from the previous game. Xinxiao
he's chosen to freeze the wave. So we'll have to see whether Crystal, I'd love to see whether he just bounced that wave. It looked like he was grabbing the creeps. Yeah, so he's bounced the wave. He's also going for the freeze. So it will just be Dragon for no objective right now. And the AD carries will continue to farm out their waves.
Yeah, Xinxiao probably going to be liking that. As you mentioned, building those adoration stacks. We see some vertical jungling going on. Ray is actually going to head on down to the bottom side of the map. You can see he did start with the Doran's Blade, along with some sustain and wards. He's got to be careful, though, with Beast waiting in the wings, but Ella's also in the mid lane.
Yeah, doesn't want to get dove. And you see, you actually went back, grabbed double Doran.
Oh,
wow.
He face checks the brush here, makes it over the wall in time. That is a long range.
Yeah, it certainly is. So able to get out of that game. Has some potions, so he'll be able to go back into lane and keep himself healthy, although he stops it and Mako's here now.
Yeah, he actually didn't have vision of them, I don't think, so just smart enough to recognize that they still were looking for some forward pressure. Makes it in the lane. He's finally going to be able to start catching up in CS.
Yeah, and you, with those double Doran's rings, doing a great job of surviving the harass, dealing some back onto Pawn, although Flandre and Beast now completely forced out of bottom lane. Good news for Ray means that he's going to get some CS.
Yeah. Hopefully, as we mentioned, closing that gap right on up as we're now 5 minutes into the game and things looking very slow and calm and patient. Crystal's freeze probably going to suffer a little bit now that Mako and Ray are down here. You can see them pushing it right on back.
It's going to be a little bit difficult because Ella's also here, so it's support an AD carry, and the freeze needs to hit the turret for it to be broken. Don't know whether Ray is going to be able to shove it completely in.
We'll have to see if he's able to do that. There goes another Frost Bomb for just a bit more damage. As Snake continuing to sit back and wait this one out. Mako getting the headbutt, denying some CS, but takes some punishment in return. He's only level 3 here.
And you see right away that they just drag the wave back. They're not willing to give up on this one yet. So we'll continue the freeze in the bottom lane, but likewise, Flandre is going to also have some difficulties of being able to get this going in his favor. So both top laners really being punished right now.
Yeah, and that's going to be pretty tricky for both of them as the game is going very slow and patient compared to the last one. So let's start taking a look at what we can expect from the next few minutes. You know, that first dragon was taken by Snake without any other major objectives. Can either of these two AD carries shove turrets?
Yeah, so both of... Oh, wow, Pawn goes in.
Yeah, Pawn. He heard me across time and space and immediately trades it right back, takes a gravity field for some harass, but he's got a lot more sustain than that Victor.
Yeah, it certainly does, but double Doran's Blade probably saved Yu's life there. Ring, sorry, probably saved his life, able to keep him nice and healthy in the trade. Jin Zhao actually reversed the wave, shoving it in, so there's going to be a lot of farm right now going over onto Flandre, which is nightmare for Ray because he's still been frozen out of bottom.
Yeah, things not looking too great. Goodness, that Aurelia's clearing it right fast. Flandre getting some much-needed CS. Even Beast coming up to help him out. Make sure there wasn't going to be a dive. You saw Mako. They even sent Ella up there. So Snake reading EDG and not letting themselves fall for it.
Yeah, and Ray level 4 to level 6. Crystal still keeping the freeze in this wave. Ray's just at his mercy right now. He's been taking Krugs whenever he can, but can't really get anything else done.
Yeah, things not looking too great for the solo queue hero. We'll see if he's able to transition
Crystal
into a bit more damage.
Again.
Yeah, he's just staggering this one
brutal.
out. Poor Ray getting shut down quite a bit.
Yeah, it certainly is. More than 3 creeps means that it will sit continually on Crystal's side of the wave. Although now maybe a tiny shove coming out.
Just might be as he's... I believe he's still got the wave advantage. Oh, I don't think they're meant to do that, but I guess it works out. Ella heads himself on down there just to keep an eye, make sure Ray gets as little CS as possible, while it looks like Xin Zhao is going to be shoving just a little bit harder by... with some help from Mako. Recall coming out of Clear Love, and Ray could be looking for a lane swap, as in 2 minutes that Dragon's going to be coming right back up. We'll see if Xin Zhao decides to shove this into the turret and take some more CS, or if he continues to stagger it.
Yeah, Mako just completely zones Flandre off the turret this time around, so better play this time from EDG. You see they have a slight goal lead, but nothing to write home about. And finally, Ray gets some form of CS on his turret. And straight away, Beast is down here to push him off. Yeah, just to zone him away. Poor guy can't get anything right now. Has a ward over the wall, so he spots Beast and Ella, but he's not even going to be able to get the Gromp as this is being stolen away by Snake. And again, we're dead even in gold. Both of the top laners are getting shut down while the AD carries are farming to their heart's content. And the only real action we saw was Pawn trading it up with Yu in the mid lane. Now that Yu has his blue buff, might be in a bit of trouble, but he's going to go get his own as Pawn trades it right back. Yeah, so Yu also has the first upgrade of his Hex score, so he's doing a great job of farming up the wave. As Pawn grabs his blue, he's going to dip back to mid lane, and it's going to be first turret over for Snake.
Oh, just might be. The wave being staggered out here. Crystal has got to be careful to actually finish that off, but he's got a cannon minion, so I'm sure he's fine. And yeah, cancels the recall just in case, making sure that wave bounces as cleanly as possible.
Well, it wasn't going to bounce. There was too many creeps on his side, so he just decides to clear it out, get as much gold as he can before he goes back to shop. 30 seconds on the Dragon, and looks like that's where our first team fight is going to be. Yeah, completely identical on those turrets being taken. 10 minutes in, no first blood, and you said it exactly. That Dragon's up in 20 seconds. Phage and Sheen picked up for Crystal. He doesn't have enough for the complete Trinity Force, but Xinqiao going for a similar build with the Bloodthirster first. Yeah, so we'll have to see where he's able to get that working again. He must have so many Adoration stacks, 87 CS at this point in the game. Makings of the Trinity Force coming through for Crystal means that he's great at sieging down turrets at this point of the game, and no shot yet coming through for Ray. Yeah, he... pickaxe. I was going to say, I wonder if he'll go tanky because he's being shut down. Nope. Not even a little bit. He's still only level 5. Flandre gets level 6 first. You mentioned that CS advantage as Flandre using that pretty effectively. He's 2 full waves up right now. Scuttlecrab is being secured, and Snake look to be setting up for their second Dragon as they are on this side of the map. EDG, however, have got their duo down there. Yeah, so good news for EDG is that Ray does meaningful damage. He definitely, even with just that pickaxe, his ultimate will be able to chunk out Crystal, and he's probably going to be like a human bomber. He's just going to dive in there, use his life to get down as much DPS if he does die, but doesn't actually look like they want to fight so far, and the Dragon has been started up by Snake. Yeah, Clearlove and Mako waiting in the wings. They're going to be spotted out by wards. Could be caught in a bit of a pincer maneuver from Snake here, but we'll see if they decide to commit to it as Xinqiao joins up with his jungler and support. Dragon already being started by Snake and shredded down. Almost gets stolen. It gets stolen. Clearlove gets in and out. Yeah, so in the end, they don't have to expend anything. No farm going across. It's Pawn. Oh, trying to get the style points onto you. Barrier is used. He's taking the Chaos Storm now. His cooldown's not quite low enough. Oh, the help coming out from Ray. Kill secured. Yeah, the dunk came through, and 80 Jarvan bursts onto the rift. That kill is much needed. As we take a look at him, he's not even smirking about it. He's just like, yeah, that's what I do, guys. I dunk people. But Pawn did fall down in the end, goes back, actually picks up the makings of an Abyssal Scepter. Doesn't want that one to come through again. Yeah, a lot of damage for Pawn as he was almost outplayed by you, but luckily he had his top laner there to help him out, and just like that, it's 1-for-1 now as both of the mid laners are going to be the ones who give up first blood. But like you said, that gold goes to the much-needed AD Jarvan. Yeah, and Jarvan really needs to get going, you know, because if you go AD and you fall behind it all, there's no time that you're going to be relevant. He needs to be able to chunk someone out of a fight. So getting gold over to Ray, and in exchange for you, probably is a good thing for EDG because it just means he's a little bit more accelerated than where he should be. We'll have to see if he's able to carry that into the mid-game as we're getting now to 13 minutes in, and EDG playing at a completely different pace, taking it nice and patient with this one, and Snake not letting themselves make any of the mistakes that they made in game number 1. Yeah, exactly right. And you see now they're putting pressure on the top side of the map, once again giving Ray the empty bottom lane farm, seeing if he can maybe freeze it up whilst they deal with what Flandre is bringing to the top lane. And red buff being disturbed right now from Beast. Yeah, that buff looks like it is going to be contended by Clearlove and Mako. We'll see if they're able to steal it away as Beast is waiting in the wings with his smite. And you've even got Ella and Crystal heading up there. Suddenly EDG have got to back away, seeing the numbers disadvantage. Yeah, and Xinqiao being... Oh, that hook was close. Certainly was, but no harm, no foul. And in the end, it will just be some frozen minions in the bottom lane in exchange for a red buff. Yeah, that's going to be helping Ray out quite a bit. You can see he's still down pretty healthily in CS, but that first blood should more than make up for that difference. While on the AD carry portion, we're starting to see a bit of a differential open up between the two. Crystal about 20 CS ahead. Yeah, certainly has finished up that Trinity Force in a huge item spike right now. Needs to probably be dodged by most members on the lineup of EDG. As Ray, he also got some farm in that, so he'll go back, pick up probably his Tiamat. Yeah. And this is going to be an explosive mid-game, because we still have people going all damage items. There's no one really backing away from this. Cinderhulk's on junglers, but everyone else. Trinity Force on top of Aurelia, even though she is delayed. Nothing like the makings of a frozen heart. Yeah. the Brutalizer and Pickaxe coming through from Ray. He is not backing down from the AD Jarvan building. Crystal has well and truly arrived in this game. You know, he was behind Jinxiao last game, but this time around, definitely in a place of power.
Yeah, both of these teams are committed to some explosive action. We haven't seen a lot of it just yet, but I'm sure we shall.
Got that buff.
Ooh.
That's not good.
Uh-oh.
Pawn scratches his head. He's like, I'll take use, don't worry.
Oh, let's actually see. As Pawn's very far forward, takes a laser to the face. Yeah, that Negatron is, or the Null Magic Mantle is helping deal with that.
Yeah, it certainly is. Doing work right now is Ray actually being forced off a huge minion wave bottom lane because Ella's making his way back down. Also brings Beast. So this is what they've done time and time again against the AD Jarvan. Just make sure there's 3 people there as gank in mid lane.
Oh, looks like they might catch you. He's taking some damage here. Does have Flash and Barrier. He is able to flash out of some of the damage, but here comes the teleport. Is he going to make it out in time? Barrier buys him time. Is he still going to be able to survive? No. Mako gets the kill. Pawn goes over the wall, but Beast follows him with the smite and trades it back over. It's 2-3, 1-2 in favor of Snake.
Yeah, so in the end, they're able to get a positive trade, and now the blue buff is on Crystal, who was already so far ahead. This turret will not be long for the world. And Clearlove down there by himself. They also might be able to get mid lane. So just not good news right now for EDG.
Oh, Clearlove gets real aggressive, knocks Crystal into the turret. He's going to 1v2 this right now. Here comes Ray. The dunk destroys Crystal. Ella's running as fast as he can. Flash gets out of the body slam, but caught by the barrel on the backside. He's probably going to go down. Let's see if Ray can land the knockup. No, not quite. Draven helps it out from across the map. Doesn't get the adoration, but he goes down.
Yeah, so in the end, an assist for Draven, which is definitely worth noting. They lose mid-turret for that, but pick up 2 kills back. And that's good news because once again, it goes on to the AD Jarvan, the person they want to get rolling. A really good play out of Clearlove, who looks to be back at his MSI form in the first couple of games with Pawns. 1-0-1, had a fairly good early game coming through now. And 50 seconds until the Dragon, we saw that Clearlove stole the last one, and it's going to be a fight probably this time around.
Yeah, we'll have to see if that happens or if they look for a steal once again as everyone's sending their duos to the bottom side of the map. Xinqiao's already down there once again with only that assist. I'm just curious how many adoration stacks he has, because if he gets 1 kill, that is 150 minions. That's definitely not 33 that the icon shows.
Yeah, definitely not going to go with the 33 either. We'll have to see how he's able to cash these in or whether he gets shut down as the fight comes through. 0-0-1 so far. Looks like he's actually going towards an Infinity Edge maybe this time around. Or he just didn't have enough to finish. No, Bloodthirst is 800 gold, I'm pretty sure, so he definitely had enough.
Interesting choice coming out of Xinqiao to switch that up on the fly. Dragon has just spawned. Lots of pings coming out. No teleport available for Flandre, but Ray has his. This could be a good thing for Edward Gaming.
Yeah, definitely could be, as Ray also just walking down now. Wants to make sure he's there when it's time for the fight to start. Pings going out like mad from Ella, trying to get some positioning around this, and they want to delete you before the fight even begins. You see Ray hovering on the top side.
Yeah, he's just looking for a way in. Flandre is going to be a little late to the draw, as again, he doesn't have that teleport, but he finally makes it down to join with the rest of his team. Mako and Clearlove lead the charge with some aggressive boards. They found the pink, so they've got that going for them, but Dragon has spawned. They rush into the pit. They're going to try burning through it.
Yeah, that'll be going down so quickly right now. They grab it. And now it's whether they decide to turn and fight. Doesn't look like they are.
Hook finds Mako. He's taking a lot of damage. Turns, knockup, finds you. There's the dunk from Ray. Yu's taking a lot. He goes down, but they trade it right back over as Ray is dead. Beast gets onto Xinqiao on the back. Flandre is traded right back over. Xinqiao gets the kill. He gets the stacks. He's still alive in the back, but so too is Crystal. The hook goes wide. Crystal kiting as best he can, but suddenly he's 1v4. He gets 1-2 kills with that.
Yeah, so 5 for 3 in the end, going EDG's favor, and they grab the Dragon, but more importantly, before Xinqiao died, he gets the huge adoration stacks through. I think it was 877 gold that went across, and all of a sudden you see completed items coming through. He's a pretty happy man right now.
Yeah, finishes the Bloodthirster. He even has enough to try waiting for another BF sword. If Pawn can take that turret, he's got a big minion wave.
So you see, Crystal is 4-2. So he's got 3 extra kills, you know. That's probably 1 assist, the 5 assists there, made up by Ray, by Xinqiao, and they're pretty much equal in gold.
Oh man, and Xinqiao decides to pick up the Quicksilver Sash when he spawns, playing it safe, knowing that he does have a lot of people who can dive onto the back. And EDG, they took that fight really cleanly.
Yeah, they certainly did. You know, a huge dunk came through once again from Ray. AD Jarvan's combo, as we take a look at it, like we'll point it out. So it's dive in there, then use your Q. It's not the combo with the flag and drag. You want to leave that for trying to get back out on your second rotation generally. So able to get the armor shred through. Pawn gets a great playful trickster onto two members here, dodges the hook. And then Mako grabs that kill. And, you know, maybe they should have left Pawn to clean up Crystal here because that was a very close thing. They nearly lost a third member. But in the end, cleaning up the back end of that team fight is definitely a good thing for EDG.
Definitely. And now Pawn, you can see, finally getting his blue buff. Clearlove isn't going to snipe that away this time around. Looks like EDG sending 3 members to the top side of the map. They spot Ray out. Will they find Flandre? He's recalling in the bush. Is he going to check it? Oh, he probably got in just in time to see the animation cancel.
Yeah, no, he definitely saw the animation go back. So that's a good news story right now for Flandre. He's been kept pretty quiet this entire series, honestly. Has finished up his Trinity Force, so would be fancy himself in a 1v1 fight against Jarvan. It's just that Jarvan keeps bringing all these friends with him.
Yeah. Not so much a 1v1 when there are more people in.
And wow, something we have to point out is how accelerated Clearlove is. I didn't realize Clearlove got the 2 back-end kills in that fight. 4-0-2 right now for the jungler. He's already got the makings of the Locket of the Iron Solari coming through there, so we'll have to see how early you can pick that one up. Beast has gone for a Black Cleaver, by the way. So Black Cleaver, Cinderhulk is a build for Beast's Rek'Sai at the moment, for those wondering.
Well, it seems to have made sense. In that last fight, he dove into the back to look for Xinqiao. That was his sole focus. And when Xinqiao used the stand aside and flash, then Beast was like, well, I guess that's all I've got. And then had to back out, eventually dying. Yeah,
so game plan seems to be like, keep you, Crystal, and Ella in a group. Try and peel for Ella and you with... for Crystal and you with Ella, and then just allow Flandre and Beast to do their thing on the back line, get all of that armor shred coming through for the Aurelia. But you're right, that fight didn't work because summoners were available. We'll have to see whether they can get another fight without the summoner spells on Xinqiao.
We'll see if that is the case, as Baron has just spawned. We're 22 minutes into the game. EDG with a slight lead. Again, bringing in 2 new guys. It's Ray and Xinqiao filling in for Koro and Deft. And they have worked out exceptionally well so far, and still maintaining enormously positive KDAs in this game too.
Yeah, it's been a very good news story for them so far. Objective control has, for turrets, been in Snake's favor this game, but they're still a little bit behind in gold, which isn't good news because you feel that if they do lose a team fight at this stage of the game, Baron going to be very much an option. All those turrets that are standing pre-gold going to be an option for EDG to take away. So Snake very much need to play the map right now. I like what they're doing with their Trinity Force and Blade of the Ruin King Corki, rotating around, seeing what they can poke down on these turrets.
Yeah, you can see Crystal doing a lot of damage to it. However, EDG are sending 4 members up there. They can't quite get it in time.
But you see how safe Crystal is playing. He knows that a lot of the gold is on him, and if he goes down, it's going to be bad news. So instead, he's just poking away, using the Sheen procs to keep the turret very low. We'll be able to grab it on this wave, you feel, and that's just going to be even more gold going over to Snake.
Yeah, it's now dead even in overall gold, and Crystal receiving some much-needed amounts of it. You finishing off his own Athene's Unholy Grail, and yeah, Beast finishing off the Black Cleaver after Cinderhulk. Man, this guy is committed. And I guess that really speaks to the whole game. These 2 teams are going for these offensive murder mode builds. They know that they want to go in.
Yeah, what a set of League of Legends, honestly, coming through. And mathematically, like purely from a gold standpoint, Black Cleaver with Cinderhulk is really cost efficient because it gives you 20% cooldown reduction. It's great for the split pushing that Beast is going to have to do. Means that he can absorb farm and be useful as the game goes on. And now he's a pseudo bruiser. He's not that full out tank that's useful for his knock-up and engages. He catches either Pawn or Xinqiao on the back line of these fights. Probably going to do a lot of damage taking them out.
Have to see if that is going to be successful this time around, as once again, that flash is back up. That so vital summoner spell that saved his life in the previous Dragon fight. But speaking of Dragon, it's up in 10 seconds. EDG already have their duo on that side of the map. Ray splitting on the top with his teleport available. Flandre now has his this time around. Might we see another fight as it's currently 2-1 in Dragons?
Yeah, you can nearly guarantee that this is going to be a fight. You see they're pinging out Ray. They can see him on the Grump right now. He needs to be careful and make sure that he's in a position for a flank if this fight does start up. You see they're pinging him towards the top lane. Pawn looking to see if he can secure bottom lane turret, and maybe EDG just give this one up. Now the pings come out. They want to fight.
Yeah, here comes the teleport from over the side. The box is used to zone. Let's see if Beast can smite it away. He's going up against Clearlove. He gets it. There goes the Draven ulti. Dark Passage gets denied. Crystal gets knocked in. He's solo and dies to the burn from Fizz. Flandre diving into the back, but he's got no support as Pawn finds Ella on the backside. A stylish kill nets him a double. And that's going to be Flandre chased down by Ray. He decides to let it go, and EDG take a quick 2 for 0.
Yeah, maybe do they look towards the Baron? There is a... Ooh, they wanted you on the back end of that. Mako now in some trouble, actually.
Oh, here comes
Teleport
the Void
and
Rush.
Void Rush both available. Doesn't look like they want to fight.
Yeah, they're just continuing to play it safe. Beast looks like he might be caught out here, taking so much damage from Pawn. He's forced to get out of there once again. He just teleported back in. But now he can't do anything as Flandre is forced to catch the wave on the top side of the map.
All right, cool. So I like looking at Pawn when he plays League of Legends because he ekes a lot out of his champions. And you just saw he had his W on him, able to weave that extra auto attack when he came back down off the Trickster. That's what great League of Legends players do to get everything out of it. It's like when you see Def play Ezreal and you're like, how does he do that much damage? Just because he doesn't miss skill shots. And right now, Pawn showing that he is still one of the best Fizz players, playing it in the mid lane against what I would consider a counter pick, honestly. You should be able to bully him a little bit more in lane, but Pawn's been able to survive. Now in the mid game, it's you that has to worry about this bloodthirsty Fizz.
Oh, looks like Snake getting a bit aggressive here. Clearlove takes some poke, but with the
Clearlove
magic resist.
So tanky.
Yeah, he's
4-0-4. He is so accelerated in this game.
Error death not found for Clearlove. And I like how Snake responded off of this. They took a team fight. It didn't go so well. Ended up taking the dragon for themselves, but aggressively moving on to the Baron. They've got vision over that entire side of the map with
well,
nothing.
they know right now Crystal is huge. Crystal's got the 2 finished items going towards what will be a last Whisper now. And honestly, oh, they're going in.
Ooh, Fish goes out. It is going to find Ella on the back. Pawn follows for a lot of damage, and he destroys poor Ella. Beast now running for his life, does make it into the tunnel as Pawn single-handedly, well, with the help of Clearlove and Ray, gets to zone everyone out. Crystal, he just used the Valkyrie, doesn't have his flash anymore. He gets dunked in midair. Clearlove gets another kill.
And once again, you saw that Ray, trigger happy with the combo, doesn't wait for the knockup, gets the damage from the standard, the Q, then just hits the dunk. It's not about the CC, it's about all that damage that this Jarvan is putting out. And he's got the last Whisper, the Brutalizer, and the Tiamat. See whether he goes towards the Infinity Edge as his last item.
Yeah, we'll definitely see as Ray once again doing exceptionally well despite being shut down so hard after the lane swap early game.
And it's because they got him those early kills, you know, the fact that they were able to put the first blood gold onto him as Flandre looking for Pawn.
Yeah, Fizz unfortunately a little tricky to lock down. We'll see if Flandre is able to do it as the wave gets cleared out.
Yeah, elusive is a good word, I think, to describe Fizz.
Flandre's waiting over the wings. Is he going to go in? Nope, not quite. Just drops a ward.
Looks like Baron going to be started up. Actually, Beast just taking the bad end of that trade.
I think that was an unintentional proc of the Baron. Ooh, Pawn once again forced to get out of there.
Flandre thought he was going to go aggressive on him. He doesn't want anything to do with that.
Turns it around. Pawn, you're 1v5. What are you doing, man? Let's see if he can get out of this one. Zanya's to buy himself time. His team is nowhere to be found. He gets knocked up mid-dash, and he goes down.
Yeah, I thought he thought the team was going to come in, but they didn't have the teleport available, and Mako was like, dude, I'm not that tanky yet. Can't go in and save you. So now it's going to be Baron pinged furiously by Snake, and all that earlier work they did to try and clear it out, although there is a good ward on the top end of it, means that they know that this has not yet been started.
Yeah, Ella waiting forward. The death sentence goes wide. Mako takes a laser. He's got his flash and makes it over the wall in time. So not able to find any more picks that could lead into the Baron, though they might try for it now as they're still waiting over there. Void Rush available for Beast.
Yeah, they got another important cooldown out. You know, the ultimate from Mako definitely is an important cooldown, and they send all their members back in. Pawn now up.
Oh, Mako, so desperate for a ward, gets destroyed by you.
And you have to think that will be the Baron call. They've got the Blade of the Wrong King. They've got a full health beast. They can just start chunking this one out.
Yeah, they're going to try burning through. Clearlove waiting over the wall. Let's see if he can make it in
EDG
time.
have to fight.
Yeah, this is a tricky situation. Snake are all grouped up on the side. The flash body slam comes out. Cask knocks them away. The Baron is ignored as EDG focus solely on Snake and shred through their health bars. A double kill for Xin Zhao as Pawn finds a kill of his own. Beast, the sole survivor, tunnels away, gets chased and shut down.
Yeah, Pawn cleaned up the back end of that team fight off a great ultimate of Clearlove. He delivered you to Pawn on a silver platter. Nailed the ultimate up on that troll pole, dishing out all the AoE damage. And Clearlove, 8-0-7, 15 KDA this game is gone off.
Yeah, Clearlove is playing like a monster, and EDG secure themselves the Baron after Snake had it in their hands. It was so close, but EDG with the amazing fight end up securing it, and now they're already preparing for the next objective, Dragon.
Yeah, Mako streams out of base, you know, running around, seeing if he can get any control over this area. It's now a 6,000 gold lead. We mentioned the fact that turrets had been controlled by Snake. They hadn't had the gold lead. If they do lose any of these objectives, it's just going to continue the snowball rolling for EDG. Lichbane finished up. Youmuu's Ghostblade. Trinity Force done for Xin Zhao. This game just got a heck of a lot more scary. They need to stall out.
Snake is in a very scary position right now. One turret goes down, that Baron buff doing wonders for the super minions. As EDG continue to apply pressure across the map, you do have two members in the top lane with teleport. Doesn't look like Snake want to put themselves anywhere close to that Dragon.
Yeah, no way, not right now. There is just such a big power increase for EDG. It's only Dragon number 3. Movement speed is nice, of course, but not worth giving up the rest of the game. They just need to continue to try and wave clear with you, who has got some items behind him. You know, 245, not the best game, but 266 CS, has been farming up a storm. And Crystal, probably the last hope, needs that last Whisper to come through and continue to dish out all that damage from the mid-game Corki.
Yeah, you can see how desperate he is for gold, clearing waves as aggressively as is possible. Pawn waiting patiently for that blue respawn from Snake as he hopes to steal that away. Take that away from you, and now that a wave is pushing in not one, not two, but all 3 lanes, EDG might look to use that Baron a little bit more effectively as they've got 4 members on the bottom side of the map.
They already took 2 turrets with it, I believe, so
yeah.
you know, the ability to get an 8,000 gold lead, they can probably go back, spend up. They don't want to force too hard, but looks like they're going to continue what is a 2-2. Oh, Mako caught.
Yeah, takes a death sentence to the face, but
a lot of damage.
Reasonably tanky. Gets chunked down here. Forced to use the Unbreakable Will. Flash Death Sentence finds him again. They're locking him down, but they're turning this into a fight. Mako picks it up, but is this a fight that Snake won? Ella gets destroyed. You dove by Pawn, and there's the slam from Ray. 100-0. Here's the chase. This is gonna be an ace. No, Beast is alive.
Yeah, Beast is just on the back end like, they all came. I don't know what to do. Guys, please save me. Ray, though, with a lot of damage. He has got the BF sword as well now on the back end of his purchases. And we mentioned the fact that EDG, they might try and go aggressive. 11,000 gold now.
Yeah, they knock down the mid and bottom tier 2 turrets. Now they're going to be taking the inhibitors. There are long death diners for Snake, but EDG aren't that greedy as to end the game on this one. They're just going to go ahead, continue to snowball forward. Oh, Beast trying to stop some recalls, but I don't think that's something he wants.
Yeah. Just trying to delay the backs coming through there. You see even more items actually picked up for EDG. You have an outright Void Staff purchase for Pawn. He's well and truly on his way to carrying this game. 5-3-11. What an impressive Fizz performance.
You know, things are really scary when you're facing a team in which you could not have prepared for because you didn't know they had these subs, and then those subs end up going 3-1-16, then 4-1-11.
Yeah, especially after the Game 1 performances they had where you had to throw bans at the substitutes as well. Ray playing 2 assassins in the top lane, Riven and Jarvan. I love the fact that we can say assassin Jarvan.
It sounds like an oxymoron, but goodness gracious, he's making it work so well. What ridiculous damage in Flandre. He's finally forced to go for a defensive build as he finishes off his Frozen Heart. And might be looking for, yeah, getting even more armor.
Yeah, Randuin's omen next up. Not surprised at all. The fish comes out.
Yeah, not able to find Crystal. Let's see if they can catch up to Ella, but he gets out of there in time as well. Boots of mobility keeping him well and clear from any sort of damage from EDG, but the pressure is on. Super minions flooding down the mid lane and EDG taking the top.
Yeah, and the two most dangerous members up there, the Draven and, oh my goodness.
What damage? Is he going to be able to get the kill here? No, he misses the ultimate, but he's still alive as Snake just can't make it to the back line. The rest of EDG are there to zone, and Ella drops the zoning box. What?
That was a lot of damage coming out of the Draven. That was 3 auto attacks, and Clearlove doesn't even care about damage right now. He just sits there, tanks up, use laser, doesn't even leave a scratch.
Yeah. Clearlove so effective this time around. The next inhibitor looks to be broken. Pawn flanking from this side means that Snake just can't get a good angle on this, and the inhibitor goes down, though they collapse onto Pawn.
Yeah, he's still going for it.
I'm not sure that that's something that they want as EDG continue to maintain forward aggression. 2 inhibitors down, 1 to go.
Yeah, they're picking out the huge creep wave in the bottom lane. Someone has to go deal that out. There's a minute 30-ish on both the Dragon and Baron, so that's probably where we'll see our next lot of team fights. And EDG just continue this huge snowball that they created early game.
Yeah. I just want to point out, though, I love how both EDG and Snake use the Draven wards. Xin Chao just dropped a Draven ward in that mid lane just to make sure that nothing could be taken by any opportunistic plays from Snake. And again, super minions streaming down the mid lane and the top. Snake are buying time with some exceptional wave clear. Finally, the last Whisper is finished for Crystal. He's at that 4-item breakpoint, but Draven's already at 5.
Yeah, exactly right. You know, Merc Scimitar, luxury purchase coming out there is 5th item, and he's also got a pickaxe coming through for what you would assume would be that huge Infinity Edge to round it out.
Yeah.
And Xin Chao, you saw, he didn't need many auto attacks to chunk Crystal out of the last fight. If the ultimate had been a little bit more true, would have been able to do the work. Wow.
Amazing play out of EDG this game as they look to be in top form. You know, the last few weeks we've been saying EDG with Bamey and Amazing J, they haven't been looking too fantastic. It seemed like they were a little shaken. It seemed like they were a little off. Well, if anything builds confidence in EDG, it's going to be games like these.
Yeah, and the response that a lot of people were like, they need to go back to their core roster. They throw that out. They go for an even different roster this time around and just prove that they're able to make it work off raw mechanical prowess, because that's what a lot of this game has been. Just able to win those team fights in the mid game this time through. Game 1 was a little bit more one-sided, but Snake definitely had a shot, and EDG just ran over the top of it.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Objectives simultaneously, it looks like.
They are on that side of the map as EDG are split. Seems like Snake respond to the more valuable objective for the time being, that Baron, while the rest of EDG secure that Dragon. Xin Chao and Pawn shredding through its health. Pawn's the one who gets it. And could be finding a pick here. Clearlove going 1v3, takes no damage.
Yeah, he's really tanky at this point.
Mako looking for a fight. This could be the end that EDG are looking for. Teleport coming in. Flamdre completes the teleport, forced to instantly flash out of there. What the heck? That's not the position that he wanted to take as EDG looked to set up a wave. The slow push crashes into the turret. Xin Chao shreds through it with some assistance from Ray. The last inhibitor about to go down. The cask is huge. The AoE stacking from EDG on top of it is flawless. They take down 3 members in the blink of an eye, clean up the last 2 like that. It's an ace with a triple kill for Ray.
Yeah, the subs coming up huge once again. Pawn and Clearlove getting that start. A great cask into fish combo. The dunk came through, and there's nothing Snake can do. They lose out game 2 in 38 minutes this time, and EDG take the 3 points.
Oh my goodness, a huge 2-0 from EDG, and you could see the grin on those guys' faces. That was an amazing performance. What just happened?
Yeah, you know, they ran 2 subs in there. They went incredibly aggressive. Who says LPL isn't aggressive anymore? I have to go have a chat to Frostgurn, because that seemed like some all-out aggression, but that was incredible play going through from EDG.
Yeah, EDG bringing out the subs and just cleaning house. You can see Crystal on the screen right there, not looking too
thrilled. He's like, I'm the aggressive AD carry.
I'm Draven.
Get the heck out of my role, dude.
Oh, man. What an amazing set, EDG. He's like, wait, where do I? Oh.
Yeah, take a
which
bow.
one?